any given chance that I have to laugh at Kotaku, I'm gonna fucking take it. This comment, or this was a video, not video, an article. We're gonna read through it. Like, I just want you listen to this. Is the people that are part of like the access media and games journalism and all of that. I'm gonna read the title for you. This is again coming from Kotaku. Halo Infinite's players love shooting you after you're dead. Let's hear his reasoning by R.A. Notice. Let's see what this person said. For years, the Teabag has been the go-to competitive Halo taunt. You can condense an entire victory speech within a few seconds. You've likely experienced, if not doled out, a Teabag at some point while playing Halo Infinite. Possibly, you've even bought the Teabag gun charm for some extra burn. But I've noticed a different phenomenon from my opponents that appear to be done purely to brag. But unlike a teabag, the barb only lands after a match is done and the victor is crowned. You also can't do much against it. When you die in Halo Infinite, a camera will hover over your body, showing the match play out from a third-person perspective for a few seconds before you respond. After you lose a particular tense firefight, your opponent empties their weapon into your dead body. Sometimes it happens after the end of a game. You'll lay down your arms because the match is over. They'll shoot you dead, even though it has no bearing on the scoreboard whatsoever. Let's let him explain himself. I know he's taking a little bit, but let's read through this, guys. Of course, such behavior has existed in every prior Halo game, but I've really started to pick up on it more on Halo Infinite. In no small part due to the game's Postmortem camera, which lasts 10 seconds and offers no way to speed up your revive. He says, and I've started to wonder, what gives? My initial read is that it comes from a place of poor sportsmanship. The teabag is a taunt near universal in its intent, a quick way to say gotcha. But when people start shooting you, either after a mid-match gunfight or in a few seconds of the post-match control, the intent is less clear. In many cases, I see it, many such cases, by the way, I see it come from a team or an individual player that I've been trouncing. There's the unmistakable sense that I've gotten under their skin, to the point to where I can almost hear the obscenities through the screen. The act of shooting me after I'm dead seems retributive. It's poor sportsmanship, obviously. This guy got commissioned to write this article, or so I thought. You have to see people do it in ranked matches too. Not opponents, but your teammates. Since ranked is the only playlist in Halo Infinite that allows for friendly fire. After a match is over, you'll see teammates shooting each other. No repercussions, no hard feelings. It's just clearly just for kicks. What's retributive about teammates horsing around? So I found myself at somewhat of an impasse. He's really trying to figure out why people would shoot the person that they killed after they're already dead. And he's really trying to get to the fucking bottom of this. He says, one exacerbated by the fact that I can't grok any possible strategic angle either. At least for those who do it in the middle of the match. Teabagging in FPS and first-person shooter games is a really bad strategy since it leaves you vulnerable to counterattack. One researcher who published a study on the science of teabagging told Kotaku, wait a minute. Somebody got paid to do a study on the science of teabagging and then talk to Kotaku? But to continue shooting your body after you're already dead is even less of a sound strategy. If you do it in the middle of a game, you're not just leaving yourself open, you're also wasting ammo for no good reason. But the motivation here at the end of the day matters not. whatever the impulse, that there's a non-teabagging taunt in Halo Infinite, and it doesn't seem to be going anywhere anytime soon. Now, only if it had a name. Okay, this is one of the pointless motherfucking articles that I've ever read in my life. But again, we have an opportunity to laugh at this shit company, which really represents modern games urinalism of a guy finding something that isn't a problem, doesn't take a rocket scientist or a study to figure out, yet is bitching and moaning and trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Look, I do it every now and then. You guys have watched me play Halo Infinite on stream. If I fucking go out with like a triple kill, I'm shooting dead bodies, teabagging, throwing a 360 in. I'm doing all kinds of shit because I'm a cocky motherfucker like that, and it's about competition and being competitive. Especially if it's a motherfucker that I know was targeting me, or maybe I was going back and forth. I'm bagging his ass, shooting his punk ass afterwards. It's all about the competition, and when you not competitive, you don't know nothing about that. And this is why there's so many weird people who don't understand like the culture of like gaming. So they think we're all fucking toxic, right? So the people that don't understand it, they freak out. They see something that everybody does or most people do, and then they freak out like, oh my God, this is toxic. They're doing something and I don't understand it because you don't get this shit. That's it. That's all. Because you're not a competitor. And they would say, well, you don't need to be toxic to be a competitor. To me, toxic is just a fluctuating term that doesn't mean anything coming from these weirdos. Nothing. It means absolutely nothing coming from you guys. You can call us whatever you want, but one thing I won't be doing is writing articles. Trying to figure out why people shoot people's bodies just to show that, hey, look at me, I owned you. It's like an advanced form of the teabag. And yeah, it does leave you vulnerable. Sometimes that's the case. I want them to know that I just I quad kill, right? Fucking overkill the whole team. I'm shooting the bodies. I'm doing all that shit because I want them to know that was me, Austin. You just listened to a clip from my podcast, For Canon's Sake, which is live throughout the week at 12 p.m. Central on youtube.com/YoungRipper59 and odyssey.com/@YoungRipper59. Be sure to check out my website, ericdjuly.com, so you can stay up to date with everything it is that I'm doing. You can also become a member and get access to a bunch of cool perks and exclusive content, which includes a social media hub where you can interact with myself and other members. It even has an app that you can get, which is now live in the Google and Apple stores.